Breath of the Wild. So people who've been on my channel for a while know that my favorite game franchise is The Legend of Zelda, with my all-time favorite game being Breath of the Wild, with Ocarina of Time in second. So today I was originally going to upload a last day of school vlog video, but a couple days ago at E3, Nintendo ended up releasing a trailer for the sequel to Breath of the Wild, and I'll leave the link to the full trailer in the description below. So anyways, today guys, I was going to, So anyways, my plan for today, guys, was to analyze the entire trailer and go through what's kind of happening in the trailer. Then I was going to show you how I put it in reverse, because there's creepy kind of like sound in it that I wanted to put in reverse. You'll see after we kind of watch the trailer. And then I'm going to show you guys what it sounds like in reverse. Then my friend Snams and I,
that's me,
who is, his channel will be in the description below. We're going to be coming up with theories about the bosses, the storyline, and everything that could be coming to the new game. So yeah, stay tuned. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to analyze the trailer, all the main parts and stuff. If you want to watch the full trailer, it'll be in the description again. And, yeah, let's get going. So first thing first, we have these weird particles that all go into kind of like a tornado-like shape with kind of the calamity coming out of the bottom.
So as you can see right here, it seems Zelda's riding on a bowl. I don't know why. As you can see right here, they start to get some water when something very spooky happens to Readin and he gets taken over by the calamity.
So here we see that calamity again with the particles around it. It looks like it's kind of summoning something. And is that Ganon's corpse? So something spooky's happening to Link right now, and it looks like someone just got resurrected. And whoa, I think Ganon's corpse just came alive.
It seems that the castle is being lifted up off the ground by some force.
So now that we've analyzed all the main parts of the trailer, you may have noticed if you've watched the full trailer, which by the way is in the description, so if you haven't watched it, go watch that, because you kind of need to know the trailer in order to, know this next part. So as you know, there's that weird kind of music slash sound, and it definitely sounded like it was in reverse. So what I'm about to show you is some clips of me going to iMovie, taking that as an MP3 and reversing the sound, and yeah, that's what I'm about to show you guys, and then we'll get into the theories. Yeah, huge thank you to Snams for for helping me with the first part. He'll be back later in the video, but yeah, here are the clips. Okay, so that is the song kind of like soundtrack in the video reversed. It's pretty creepy. Like, it's kind of like a chant or something. But I don't know, it's just, I think it's really creepy. But anyways, we're going to get into the main part of the video. We've already analyzed the trailer. We've already saw what the, soundtrack is reversed. But now, we're going to get into the theories.
Yes!
Yeah, Snams is really excited. So, yeah, let's go.
The reason I believe this theory is because in the trailer it shows them standing underground with a bridge. Why would you need a bridge underground? Well, what if Hyrule was actually built on top of an already existing land or city?
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, and the people there, like over thousands and thousands of years, they decided to colonize after, that kind of goes underground and everyone, everything. So what if, the reason why everything's happening, like people are getting, that weird thing gets revived and all this weird stuff starts happening, is because the people who used to live in that, like underground civilization.
And like maybe the castle lifting up as a gateway to the underground city, because I mean there is that mine underneath the castle.
Yeah, but one thing I hope to see from this game, especially with this theory, is because I mean it's in a pre-existing world. They're probably going to take the map from Breath of the Wild and put it in Breath of the Wild 2. But that'd kind of be boring if you just have the same map for two games.
There might be some edits.
So what I was thinking is that there's a second level to the map. They're going to add an underground part to the map. That just makes sense to me.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, because that's a good idea.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, how would Hyrule have gotten like above that. I mean, other than like thousands of years of erosion and stuff, and land moving and stuff like that. How would it get like that? What if the weird monster that got resurrected that you see in the trailer is like some god that took that land, or like there's some god that like took the land and like plopped it on top of that to cover it up, and then they found it like, oh, Hyrule time, and then boom, this happens.
If you've ever played Ocarina of Time, you know that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is very similar to Ocarina of Time in places in the map. I mean, there's the Temple of Time, there's the ruined Lon Lon Ranch, there's Death Mountain, there's so much places in Breath of the Wild that are like Ocarina of Time. And in Ocarina of Time, where the Gerudo lived was actually an underground city. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was actually a true theory, because it happened in Ocarina of Time, and there's a lot of similar places in Breath of the Wild, like in Ocarina of Time. So.
Yeah. Problem that arises is that, like, how would that happen? I just hope that there's like an underground part to it.
Yeah, that'd be
I just hope that's a big part, because I play a lot of RPGs, and I like dungeons, and like, of course I have to like dungeons. I like going underground, but I don't just like, I didn't really like the shrines in this game, because they weren't like dungeons. They were like, but I like.
Yeah. But I mean, the dungeons were kind of like the divine beasts.
Yeah, but that's not what I was talking. I mean, like caves and caverns and
True, yeah.
stuff like that, and massive caves. I'm hoping that it is like an underground city, because that would be so much fun. That you could expand upon that so much, and you could do so much with that. It'd be so much fun.
Yeah, this has been the first theory. What if there's an underground city or a realm? And yeah, let's move on to the second one.
Yeah.
So our second theory is that there actually could be multiplayer in Breath of the Wild 2. As seen in the trailer, Zelda and Link are actually standing like in the underground part, or in our last theory, the underground city. That would be pretty cool, because I don't think there's ever been multiplayer in any Zelda game before. I don't think so. But so if they did introduce Zelda like as a second player, that would be pretty cool, because you could run around on, like, one person has their own Switch, you have your Switch, and you run around Hyrule together. I think that would be really cool, because I've always wanted to do multiplayer in Breath of the Wild, because first of all, the world's huge and you can do so much if you just had another person. You can do so much solo, let alone with another person. So I feel like if they did like multiplayer, that would be like it would be game changing, like literally game changing. So
the only thing that I would think would be bad is if they put a host circle, like in games like Conan Exiles or Ark Survival Evolved. If you're playing like if someone's hosting a server or a session, so that's just like you and one other person. So if you're hosting a non-dedicated session, especially in Ark, the host circle is like pretty bad. You can't go on beyond. You can't go out beyond a certain point, farther away from the host. I hate that, but I think it would be It would I mean, it's necessary, but like I still hate that. That's the only like problem that I could think would arise from this. But also, could it be like local player, but like one person's on the Switch and the other person's like on the TV playing with like the Pro controller or something like that?
I mean, split screen could be a thing, but I mean, like, what if you like the thing with the host circle? Yeah, there should not be a host circle, but like if possible. But what if like you're playing the game and your friend joins, you guys play around and stuff, and then like later you go to like Death Mountain and he's still in like the Great Plateau, like how would that work? Because say if there's multiplayer in Breath of the Wild, like the one that's already here, like say you play with your friend, you're both on the Great Plateau, and he doesn't get on for like another month because he has other things to do, and you make it all the way to like Divine Beasts like Varuda or something. How would he be like? Would he still be on the Great Plateau and stuff? And like, would all the cutscenes trigger for him? And like, would he have to progress through the story to get to you again? Like, would he have to do all the shrines himself to get off the Great Plateau and like to get to you, or like does one person's progress count as both of them? Because what I think is that like you can choose to have your game as single player or multiplayer, and before you start the game you have to choose single player or multiplayer, and there's no changing it because each shrine has like multiplayer things in them, and like if that, like, you need someone responsible. Then you could have like a single player game and a multiplayer game. So you guys like, because there's different. So for the Divine Beast or something, there's like certain things you need other people for, so that you're not one person doesn't like go and defeat Calamity Ganon while the other person's like still on the Great Plateau. I think that would be the best way to approach it.
Yeah. Still, I think multiplayer is going to be difficult to like adapt to a game like this.
Yeah.
But if it's possible, I think it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, because it's always been a single player game ever since the first one came out in 1986.
Also, one thing I hope to see if they make a multiplayer Legend of Zelda, if it's going to be like a massive open world, I want to see base building.
I mean, base building, yeah, because you can cut down trees and get wood. So base building, even having the ability to put down these different materials, and then use some magic thing on them to build just like a little campsite or something,
like a house,
or just like a
small shack.
Yeah, maybe you could have the ability to take 4 sticks and like put some sticks over them and make like a little, like put some korok leaves on them, make it a little shack. And I think having weather in the new game, like having rain and stuff, making you colder maybe, and like it could be dangerous. So I think that would be cool, because then you'd like have to build a shelter and it'd be like cool.
Another thing I want to see, I would hope that I would see, I want to have it so that it has like, I wish they put in like hunger and like thirst mechanics. I think that would be a pretty cool idea. So you have to like think about like where like you want to go before, you have to prepare before going into like if you're gonna be low on water, you wouldn't really want to go into the desert because there's not a lot of water there, or going out into the snow. There might not be a lot of things to eat, so you want to stock up on food.
True.
Another thing I want to see. No, another thing. I want to see improvement on the combat. I thought the combat was kind of simple.
But I mean, it's been like that in every Zelda game, though.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of Dark Souls. Okay. Mm-hmm. I like combat like that. Dark Souls 3 is almost my favorite of all time game. I've done 3 New Game Plus runs. That's not a lot compared to like all other people, but to me, I just love that kind of combat. I love that kind of fighting. I love all that kind of stuff. I would hope that the combat's a bit more like the Dark Souls like combat.
Yeah, I mean,
Elden Ring.
The only really game that didn't have simple combat was Skyward Sword, where you could like move the Wii and like do diagonal stuff. But yeah, I mean,
that was just different.
Yeah. So that was been our second theory. We're gonna move on to our last and third theory, which is actually gonna be the quickest because we're kind of running out of time, and also this one's not really a big theory. So yeah, enjoy.
Our third and last theory is that this new game is going to have a darker theme, like Majora's Mask, or I guess you can kind of like Skyward Sword.
Twilight Princess.
Wait. I mean Twilight Princess. I always get those two mixed up for some reason. Yeah. But, I would hope that it has a darker theme, because we haven't really had a darker theme to Zelda. I mean, you could say that, you can kind of say...
Twilight Princess was, but...
It was more just kind of like edgy.
Yeah, because... But I mean, Majora's Mask, though.
Yeah, Majora's Mask.
Jeez, like, the whole world might end if you don't... Like, the entire kind of world, like, of, I can't remember... It's not Hyrule, but, like, Hyrule would be fine. But I think the entire world of whatever that place is kind of depends on you...
Also, the moon is...
doing it in time.
Also, the moon is scary.
Yeah, just imagine having that dude peek in your window when you're sleeping. That would kind of suck.
Kind of suck. It's like a... Anyway, but I hope instead of just having like a darker theme, I hope it has like horror elements. Like it kind of like certain dungeons are kind of spooky and like scary, and like some monsters are like corrupted and like not only like that monster design is scary. I mean like I would hope that the monsters are like they use the fear of actually fighting them to their advantage. Like,
you have the normal monsters on the overworld that are like, they're kind of easy, and they're like medium to slightly hard boss or like enemies. I hope that like if you go in if there's an underground world, I would hope that the enemies there, like the deeper you go, the scarier and harder they get to fight. Like they get more skilled, maybe possibly it's like flipped. So like there's an opposite
like a Dark World, Link to the Past.
Yeah, so there might be like there might be like an anti-Link.
Yeah, like Dark Link.
Like Dark Link.
Yeah.
It could be like darker forms of enemies. There could be enemies that take a lot of hits to kill, and they do like tons and tons of damage.
Now wait, hold on. What? You said there could be a darker theme, and I said like the Dark World. How do we know it's not going to be the Dark World? Like, I mean, this is still Hyrule. I mean, how do we know it's not going to be the Dark World, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And think about it. I said in the last theory, whatever. The first theory that, Ocarina of Time was a lot like Breath of the Wild. And think of what came after Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask. Not really dark a game to, like, darkest game in the series. So, I don't know, that could happen to Breath of the Wild. I mean, it seems possible, right?
Yeah. I would hope, because I really, one thing I'm looking for is, like, a lot of games will try to do, like, scary monster designs, and but they're easy to kill. There's no really, like, when you finally figure out something's weakness, it becomes so less scary.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that, like, the monsters in, I guess you could say, like, the underground city or the, Dark World, whatever it's gonna be, or certain areas are, like, really hard to kill. Because, like, I'm gonna use an example. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
One of the main, like, even the main story elements is about corruption and how it makes some of the robots more aggressive and stuff. And stuff like that. I hope it's kind of like that, but the one thing I really didn't like about that in Horizon Zero Dawn, like it made sense in Horizon Zero Dawn, but they just kind of kept the same robot designs. I hope they change it, and then like that could maybe the Yiga clan use some like spooky spell or something like that to revive the dead, but make them stronger. Because remember that weird place in Skyward Sword, where you went under like this temple with that weird Buddha head thingy, and there was like
it the lava temple?
No, it was like the water temple.
I don't know. I didn't really. Well, yeah, I don't really.
Where you get like the first flame for your sword.
But wait, you realize it's gonna take a long time to upload.
Yeah, I realize that.
So yeah, unfortunately, guys, we're gonna have to wrap up it now. But yeah, that has been our third and final theory, and yeah, by the way, the release date, I'm guessing it's probably going to be 2021 or 2022, since Breath of the Wild took a long time to, get past development. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, that's been the video. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. The gameplay used in this video will be linked down below. It is not my gameplay. Also, all credit goes to, for the trailer goes to Nintendo. I'll link that below if you want to see the full thing. I will link Snams' channel down below so that you can subscribe to him. Please subscribe to him. He needs subscribers. He makes good content, and he's going to start making like more good content. So yeah, go subscribe to him, and yeah, thanks for watching. We analyzed the trailer today. We reversed it, and we put out some theories for it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah. See you in the next video. Peace.